With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Walker now on first and 10. Broken tackle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Seahawks are 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Gino is going to get this complete to Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Walker on first down. Safety Grant Delpit to make the play. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And that's going to be caught downfield by Finn. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Running right, here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
They'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Here's Walker. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Geno now to throw. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Well, throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that, because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, here's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Watson now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get the answer.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Geno. Escaping the pressure right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jakeem Grant deep for Cleveland. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Chubb will get the call, running left. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Probably the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop them behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Moore, the motion man right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Browns first down.
Here's Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. It's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
13 next.
Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly and into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Seahawks 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. On the return from his end zone is Grant, powering his way forward. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Off of play action, it's Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Watson off play action. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Faking the give. Now Watson. A quick throw there is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well.
And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Running left is Walker. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to some...
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks, look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So they were down. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now it's Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Smith on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Down.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. After the run, Smith going to throw.
They'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing now is Lance. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Colby Parkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson now to throw. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Straight ahead, Walker. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Smith's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Smith. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. York now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Smith. Gets this to fail. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. But this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd down. Smith to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended him. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Hey, it's a clip. Middle.
Smith now to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Well, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Browns, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.